Hi, Javon. Welcome to Minnesota to the Vikings. I'll just start out kind of general, but just what made the Vikings, seem like a good fit for you, maybe both on and off the field, and what are you most excited about?
I think playing them in the last couple of years, just seeing how good the team was, how good the defense was. I think like the first last year when I played in San Fran, that was one of the craziest games I've seen. Like how the defense came and played, and they sacking, catching picks, and just causing havoc the whole game. So just I think that just kind of influenced my decision.
Matthew, then Kevin.
To clarify, Javon is how you pronounce it?
Yeah, that's how you pronounce it.
Okay, I've heard a million people say your name, Javon. So welcome to Minnesota, Javon. I'm curious about just Jonathan Allen also signing here, your familiarity with him. How much familiarity do you have with also Harrison Phillips, Jonathan Grenard? Like, what have you seen from this defensive line that makes you excited about joining the Vikings?
Think I met Jonathan like a couple years ago at the Pro Bowl. We actually exchanged numbers at the Pro Bowl, I think in 2021. So I kind of knew him then, but I think with all them guys, they've been in the league for a little while, and I just respect their games. They all do a little something different, but I just know they all talented players and all great players, and I feel like to be my best to come out, I need to be around a lot of great players and a lot of good players too.
Hey, how are you from a health perspective? I know that the triceps last year and the surgery and all that. Where are you at with that? And are you going to be able to do most everything in the off season, or how will you approach that?
I think I'm in a good spot right now. I mean, I ain't about to go out there and punch and play football yet, but I came a long way, and I'm in a great spot right now with my tricep.
Welcome to Minnesota. I wanted to ask you about one of your former teammates becoming a teammate again. So, what makes Jordan Mason hard for defenders to bring down?
And he's just a hard tackle. He really know how to bring his pads. I mean, we learned in camp, even when Christian went down last year, like when Jordan filled in for Christian, we knew it wasn't gonna be no drop off because Jordan a pretty good back, real good back. And like I said, if you don't like the tackle, if you don't like that physicality, you're gonna be in for a long day.
Hey, Javon, when you look at some of the moves the Vikings have made in free agency, just what excites you about that in the direction the franchise seems to be headed in?
I just, definitely beefing up the offensive line and defensive line. I think everywhere I went, everybody emphasizes on the trenches. So you just see them making a real emphasis of just getting the trenches, getting deep in the trenches. So that just kind of got me excited of being here because, like I said, in Philly, Pittsburgh, San Fran, they all believe in the same thing, and that's one of the things they believe in too.
So, what's your sense of what it's going to be like to be a defensive tackle in a Brian Flores defense? His schemes are usually a little different than what some of the other teams use, and but obviously there's a big need for players of your skills and position. What's your sense of what it's going to look like for you?
Excited. I just know it brings a lot of success on defense. I'm just excited to get in and, like you say, I think he created a lot of one-on-ones for the inside and the outside guys by, blitzing and just switching things up. I think he just got so much things he do that helps everybody out on the defense. So I'm just excited to see and learn the defense and try to fit into the defense.
Hey, Javon, I was going to ask about Coach Flo as well, but I think you kind of covered it there with Kevin's question. I'll ask you about your nickname though. I know obviously Gravedigger like has that connection to your last name, but what were your thoughts when your college coach gave that to you, and how has it stuck?
I really didn't think nothing of it then. I did think it was a cool nickname when he made it. That's why I made it my Instagram handle. Like basically, I made my Instagram handle and when Instagram first came out. When my college coach, my college D coordinator gave me the nickname, but it just kind of stuck with me. Everybody in college started calling me that, and then basically when I got to the NFL, it kind of just ran off, took off. So I just love it.
Javon, I'm curious about throughout your time in the NFL, just how your position has maybe developed. Maybe when you came out, you would have been considered an undersized defensive tackle, but now, since Aaron Donald, everybody wants undersized defensive tackles who gets into the backfield. I just wonder how that's grown and changed during your time in the NFL, the defensive tackle position.
Yeah, I think, like you said, like when I was coming out, everybody was talking about, the big, tall guys. Yeah, but now it's just more so you see more people like me, more people like AD, the shorter guys. I think everybody kind of want to get somebody like Aaron Donald in the NFL. So I think it really don't matter no more. They just kind of look at the football player more than just looking at the size of the football player.
Javon, Matthew kind of stole my question, but how sort of piggybacking off that, how would you sort of compare the emphasis and expectation of pass rushing from the inside now in the league and to when you first entered the league and back in college?
I think it's definitely big now. Of course, you can tell the money done jumped up for the defensive tackles who can pass rush. But it's definitely emphasis. I think they are the quickest to get to the quarterback and can disrupt the quarterback. So if you got a defensive tackle who can pass rush and cause havoc, it's just, it's a good thing for the defense.
Javon, obviously joining Brian Flores in a strong defense was a key, but was there anything in the conversations that made you say, yes, this is the team I want to be with?
And you can tell they just want to win. And like you said, just a lot of talent. It's a lot of talent on offense and defense and special teams. Like I said, I played them the last 2 years and lost both times and feel like I was on great teams. So you just know it's a great team. And like they got a reputation in the league of how they run their organization. And that was kind of a big thing for me too. Just, seeing everything, seeing the reports of how good they take care of their players. I think that's a big thing in the NFL.
Javon, we're going to get to know you, I'm sure, over the coming months, but I'm just curious about what you'd like Minnesotans to know about your personality. What do you do? What do you like? Do you have, off-field things that are of interest to you coming here to Minnesota?
Nah, I'm chill. I'm chill, laid back. But everybody keep telling me about the fishing here, and that's something I want to kind of get into. Country boy, growing up in a small town, all my dad, my grandpa, all of them fish. So that's something I kind of want to get into. So that's the big thing I want to do here.
Javon, just one more for me. You mentioned like playing against the Vikings a couple times and being impressed by the team. I'm just wondering your thoughts on US Bank Stadium, kind of the atmosphere there, and what you're looking forward to about, being on the home side of that.
I'm just ready to hear the drum getting beat and hear the skull chant. And I'm real excited to hear that horn being blown before the game. I think that was one of the hardest things I've seen in the NFL, especially pregame. So it's gonna be kind of dope to be on the other side of it and being able to hear it every week at home.
Javon, what would you say is the number one trait that you and Jonathan Allen have as defensive tackles that can impact the quarterback, unlike a lot of other defensive tackles?
I think we got experience experience by playing so long, but I think we both disruptive. I know from Jonathan Allen, just watching him when I was in Philly, seeing him twice a year, he calls Hovac in the field and make a lot of plays, and he know when to take his chances and when to make them plays.